Hey traders, let's do a market update here across global macro real quick. I'm going to be doing more of these in the morning. I'll talk about that at the end here of this video. Uh, but let's just do top down on the major markets here. So if we start on the dollar, you get the dollar right, you're going to get a lot of other things right. So we keep talking about this area here where I think we're probably going to get a higher low. I mean, the ECB really didn't move the euro that much today. So whether we fail 113, 114, 115 is really the long-term tail line. And that kind of coincides with the same level, 95, 96, 95, 96 on the dollar index. So when we draw this two standard deviation regression channel, 92, 92 and a half, that tagged the low. The cycle on the monthly levels still coming down, but we're getting to levels where it makes sense that the euro can top out, the dollar can bottom out. We've been talking about that as a team for several weeks now, right? When we go to the weekly level, same thing. Yes, you cracked the bands, but again, this is really where we broke out from. This is Trump intraday election lows. It's all the same area, so we're still watching that. Still long-term bullish the dollar. I always like to go to the euro next. It's the same thing there. Look at this monthly cycle. It's still rising, but you're getting high within the range, right? And so here's our long-term tail lines. I've just been going over and over and over on this. So this whole 115 area is the long-term, right? TMS on the monthly chart. So that keeps everything bearish. And then the way to play that in the meantime is if you want to build a core short but you're early, you just play smaller size. And then you can pick your spots on the hourly and 4 hour and just trade around the core position. So here on the weekly level, it's very similar to dollar index. This is 15, 16. These are these tails. I think the highest weekly closing was 114.15, right? And then anyway, we're above the bands, so between here and 115, it's anybody's guess when we're going to get a lower high. Here's the weekly chart rolling over. That pretty much covers the euro. Intermediate term, we're in an uptrend. Again, that's why if you're playing core short, we're early. We're aware of that, so you play the size accordingly on smaller size, because this is a contrarian long-term core short because the intermediate term is still bullish. That's the euro. I don't want to cover too many forex pairs because we always go over so many of those every day in the room. Dollar yen monthly cycle still coming down, very similar to the dollar. It is long-term bullish, so you can anticipate, because this is a strong move up, this is an orderly pullback, there's another leg to 120, 130 longer term. You just need to get this monthly cycle to roll back up. Weekly level sideways. Dollar yen's been pretty quiet. We're still holding pi. I mean, this was a cycle down, bounce, cycled up, cycled back down. So I'm still constructive on dollar yen overall and weak the yen. I bearish the yen overall. Same kind of thing here on cable. Pound yen, I mean, is bullish longer term. You can see this pi line's coming down. I think longer term this is going to cycle back up. It's a little bit early to make that call. I like this real money candle on the monthly level. We've gone sideways. You can see the 8 on the monthly level is trying to turn up. That's showing you all the same thing. So if I had to make a long-term call, let's say, 160 over the next several years, kind of looks like where we're going. But we don't trade off of those types of calls. I mean, we've been trading around the lower bands here, right down here. I don't know if you guys can see this. All right, we're still watching this area. If we turn back up or not and head towards 145. That's all I want to hit on in currencies. You look at S&Ps, still long-term bullish. They've done nothing wrong. We talked about the top end of the range here earlier in the week, 24.55, 24.60. That's the long-term 2 standard deviation top of the channel. Bottom of the range, 24.20. That's the bottom of the the intermediate term. Let's actually see where that is now. Activate this regression channel. Yeah, it's a little bit lower now. 24, yeah, 24, 24.25. 24.25 now. I'll update that next week. All right, still bullish stocks, still bullish U.S. growth accelerating. NASDAQ's been one of our favorite places to be long. It still just continues to go do nothing but go straight up. I'm long some calls up there at 6,000. Looks pretty good though. Same across the Russell, same across the Dow. When you look at oil, still bearish there. I mean, it's had a good cycle down here. Probably getting close to a 9 count on the downside. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, so you're down 9 days off this last cycle high, 52.53. So I covered earlier in the week. I'm flat right now. I still think you can maybe come a little bit lower here, but we just need to be aware that the cycle's already rolled as far as the swing trade cycle goes. So I'd be a better seller closer to 48, 49. Gold, not a whole lot to do. We failed at 1300, double top. We'll see if we hold to 8. It's still an intermediate term uptrend, so you can keep buying dips. I just think you got to keep it light. Better place to be long with more size is closer to 1250. What else? VIX is saying more of the same. Long-term bear market. Anytime we've cycled up in volatility up towards pi, it just comes right back off. So my guys, we know how to play that. We've been shorting UVXY every time we cycle up there. Haven't had a losing trade there all year. I think that pretty much covers it, guys. I just want to share this with you. If you go to JenkinsRM.com, next week we're going to start doing this where I'm going to do these same market updates. So if you like me going through these markets and hitting the different time frames, we do this every morning, and it's free. Anybody to come in the chat room, it's free. But that's where this content is going to be. I'm going to start posting it there every day. So JenkinsRM.com, hit the chat room. It's real simple. Put your email, your name, come right into our room. All right, guys. So hope that helps. Look forward to seeing some new names in there. I'll talk to you tomorrow.